Hello guys, welcome to this video. Looking at the Information and Communication Technology October-November 2022 paper 2. Okay, so for this video, I will concentrate on the database aspect. I'd already treated the document production, so I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, so the question says you are now going to prepare some report using a suitable database package. Import the file n2202 skippers.csv. Use these field names and data types, which are on the table here. Set the sale number as primary key, right? Okay, so let's open our database. So let me just so I need to browse. I need to make sure I save it in the in my source file, something like that. So I'm going to just save it right there, just okay right there, and then create. Right, so I'm going to close this default table here. So I'm going to go to external data from new data source from file here, text file. So you want to browse for your file, which is inside here. So I think it's skipper. So you can open that and okay that. So you want to go next. First row contains field names, yes, and then go next. So here we need to make the sale number the primary key. So we select that and then next and then finish. So what I'm going to do now is to go to the design view, home, design view, and check the data types. Make sure that the data types are correct. So I'm going to go up here. So we have text and number. The first two text, short text, number, and then the rest text till handicap. So handicap is number, and then the text will be the next will be okay. Group is text. Let's be sure. Okay, short text, and then the rest will be number. Okay, so we're good with that. And then the next one will be the handicap has to be stored in 4 decimal places, right? So you want to go to handicap. You want to click right there. So you want to go down to decimal places. So you want to make sure that they are in 4 decimal places, and then you want to go to the data sheet view and then see handicap. I suppose handicap, yes. Okay, so if you look at the handicap here, you see that it is still, some are still in 2 decimal places. Okay, so which means to fix this. So of course that is actually the store. It's going to store in 4 decimal places, but to display, we need to make sure it displays 4 decimal places, right? So to get that done, to make sure it does that, you want to make sure you choose fix here in the format. Okay, so by the time you go back, save changes, so you see that this everything will become will be in 4 decimal places, right? Okay, so that's for that. So the next one will be import the file n2202 class.csv as a new table in your database. Use these field names. Okay, so we're going to use all these field names. Set the class code as a primary key. Okay, so let's go ahead to do that. So we're going to go back to the database. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to go to external data and then new data source from file, text file. So I want to browse for my location. I think it is class. So the table will be, yes, class.csv. Okay. So you want to open that and then okay that. So you want to go to next and then first row contains field names and then check that and then move to the next one. So here class code will be our primary key from the question. So you want to move next and then finish this. Okay, so this is our class table, right? Let's see the table and then see what is required of us. So everything here, text till hall type. So let's check that. So go to home and then design view. So up to hall city. So the rest will be number, which is correct. So the next thing we want to do is to change the from hall to sale area to two decimal places, and then of course make sure that they display two decimal places, right? Okay, so go to hall. So I want to click on hall here, and then of course, just like I did for the other data type, so I'm going to make sure to, and then make sure I click on fix to make sure that they show. I'll do the same thing with the rest, and then I fix this, and then of course take it to two decimal places, and then the next one, which is a cell area, so make sure it's fixed, and then of course take it to two decimal places, right? Yeah, so everything is there, so I can save my changes, and then see that all of them they're all in two decimal places, so I'm good with that, right? Good. Okay, so the class code is the primary key. The next thing is take screenshot evidence of the table structures showing the primary keys, field names, and the data types. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, so let's go back. Let me open the skipper first of all, and then go to design view. So you want to actually take a screenshot. So let me just take a screenshot of this showing data types, and then data types and the primary keys, if I'm not mistaken, primary keys, field names, and data types. Okay, so we've captured what we need, right? So I'm going to go to let me open my evidence documents. Let me just open that. So this is printout. What is this? So this is printout 4, evidence 4 actually. So I'm going to go to evidence 4, and then I'm going to, did I copy that? Let me see. So I need to copy that, and then go to evidence 4, and then paste this right there. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So the second table also, I need to take a screenshot of the second table, which is the class table. Go to design view, and then of course take a screenshot of that. Okay. Everything here. Take a screenshot right there. Paste in my evidence, still here, enter, and then paste right there. Okay, these are all that are needed. Okay, so we're good with that. Okay, so everything here, so number 11 done. So the next will be number 12. Create a one-to-many relationship between class code in the class table and class in the skipper table. Okay, all right, class code in the class table and class in the skippers table. Okay, so let's go ahead to do that. So I want to close everything here, and then go to database 2, and then go to relationship. You want to create a relationship between the two tables. You want to ensure that everything is showing here. All right, good. So what we're going to do here, so the class code, I want to carry the class code to the class here. Okay, and then that will create the one-to-many relationship. Okay, I will enforce integrity here. Let me see, it will enforce, so which means that we have distinct record between the two tables. Okay, so that'll be fine. So now we've created the relationship. Take screenshot evidence showing the fields and type of relationship. Okay, and place this in your evidence document, evidence 5. Okay, so make sure that every field is showing here. So make sure that you expand this to make sure that every field is showing, and then you want to go ahead to double click on the relationship that you see here. Oh, sorry, so I need to select it first of all, click on it once, and then you can actually, so when you click on it once, you can actually click on edit relationship up here, and then that should bring it out for you. So what I'm going to do here is to take a screenshot of everything here. Okay, so I'll take a screenshot of everything here. Okay, so this should convince the examiner. All right, so I will copy that, and then go to my evidence 5, and then paste right there. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so we've done everything. So everything is done here. Okay, so number 13, enter the following details as a new record in the skippers table. Okay, so let me go and open the skippers table here. So I think we're done with everything here. So I can close this, save my changes. Make sure you save your changes. So I'm going to open the skippers table here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the last record here, last record, and then I'll scroll down. So let me see. So skipper name is Wang Chen, right? So I'm going to just copy that. So of course, when you're taking the examination, you're going to write actually. So I'm just doing this for convenience sake. So the next one will be 1950. So I'm going to just type that 1950. Okay, so let me see. So Yach name will be Sunrays. So I'll just copy that. Copy this one. Make. Paste that right there. And then class will be this. Cell number. So I'll have this cell number, and then nationality be China, I guess. CHN, and then a skip gender female. And then the next one, handicap. Oh, sorry. Handicap will be this 0.98. Copy that. Paste that there. Group will be this one. Race 1, 3, 12, 13. So let me just put them there. 3, 12, 13. Okay. So I have the last two. The last will be 4 and 32. So I have 4, and then I have 32. I have 32 here. Okay. Check your data entry for errors. Save the data. So let's save our data actually. Okay, so we'll save the data, and then number 14. Number 14, using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects the record where hall type is multi-hall, skip gender is female, and then points is 30 or less. Okay, so of course shows only the field skipper name. So let's first of all, let's bring out these fields first of all, right? So, and of course we are going to use, actually now I want to tell you something or teach you something. Most of the times from here to here you can do everything here in the query. So the rest from here to here, so this one is query, okay, and then from sorting and all this you can do them in the report. So you may not be able to get this confused. Okay, so once you learn the trick, all right. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just go back, create, and then I'll have my query design. I need to create query based on the two tables here. So let me choose my field, skipper name, nationality. Okay, so let me just make sure everything here is showing. First of all, is everything showing? Yes. Okay, so skipper name, I'll double click on that, and then nationality, that will be the next one. And then I have yacht class and hall type. Yacht class, where are you? Yacht class, okay. and then hall type here, hall type, cell area. Cell area is here. Then I have hall and beam. Have beam here. Oh, sorry. I need to remove this one. So let me just get it off. Let me just remove everything here. And then what I need is hall. Okay. Hall and then beam. Okay. Actually, you can actually click and then drag it and then move it, in between. Okay. So however that is comfortable with you for you. Okay. So just in case. All right. So hall comes before beam and then points. Okay. So the last one will be points. Okay. So let me just double click and then points will be added. So in that order. Okay. Of course, in this order, with data and labels displayed in full. Yeah, do not group the data. Okay, so now we've done that. So let's filter the query, right? Let's use these conditions to filter the query, right? So so hall type, where hall type is multi-hall. So I'm just going to copy this multi-hall here. So hall type, where is hall type? So multi-hall here under criteria. So I'm going to have it right there. So let me just run it and see. So hall type, everything is multi-hall. So let me go back to design view one more time. Let's see. So skip gender is female. So I'm just going to copy that female also. Of course, in the examination, you're going to write. So remember that. Okay, so I'll copy that. That's skip gender. Skip gender, where are you? Okay, skip gender is actually not here, so it is not needed in the as a field, but we're going to use it to query this table. So I'm going to just add it there and then have female right there and then run that. As you can see, everything is female, but this field is not needed. Okay, so what you're going to do is just to uncheck it here, and then when you run it again, it's not going to appear on your query or report. Okay, all right, so that will be that for that. So points will be 30 or less. 30 or less points will be 30 or less. So under criteria, one more time, you do less than or equals to 30. So that will give us 30 or less. Okay, so we can run that one more time and then see that points will be 30 or less here. Okay, so we have about 30 records. Okay, which is fine. All right, so everything here has been done in the query. Okay, so the rest we can do them in the report. So it's time to close our query and then go ahead to create a report based on the query. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to save the query. So I'm going to leave it as query 1, right? So whatever name, suggestive name you have, that will be fine. So I'm just going to close that. So I'll close that. I'll base my report on that query. So I'm going to go to create. Then I'm going to go to report wizard. And then I want to make sure from tables queries here, I want to take query 1. Okay, so I want to move to the selected fields, go next. So you don't want to do anything here, please. And then sorting, I will do sorting in my report as I normally do. And then now here is where you're going to be conscious and see whether anything has to be done. So a page orientation of a portrait. So you want to make sure that portrait is selected. Okay, it is selected, and then of course make sure that the report is tabular. From the question, it says tabular report here. Okay, so it's important. All right. So fit on a single page with no page number displayed. This is absolutely important. Okay, with no page number displayed. So we're going to look at this. We're going to actually be mindful of this. So fit on a single page. So I want to highlight that, okay, and highlight this. We're going to handle this immediately now. So on a single page, so make sure that it is checked here. Adjust field width, so all fields fit on a single page. So that will take care of that. So what other condition? Okay, so include only the text top field multi-hall results as a title displayed in a larger font size at the top of the page. So I'm going to use this as a title, okay? So, and that will appear on the report once we're done with the report, okay? So so I'm going to move on. So I'm going to just go to next and then give this the title, and then of course finish. So that will give the title on top here, okay? So we're good with that. Now the one thing I'll need to do before I forget will be to remove the page number, because it fits on a single page with no page number displayed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead to remove the page number, okay, before I forget that. Okay, so I'll just click on, so this is the page number, I'll just simply remove it right there. Okay, so I'll go to layout view here. Let me just close this field list here. So I want to adjust the fields, so that's the first thing you might have to do. And one more thing before I go on. So the title has to be displayed in a larger font size at the top of the page. So let me adjust the title first of all. So I'm going to select everything here. So let me go to format. I want to increase the font a bit. Let me just increase it to something like 28 and then see how it looks. Okay, so that should be fine. Or maybe reduce it to 26 just to make it stay in between. Let me just be sure. Good. Okay, so this should be fine. Okay, so this is big enough, this is large enough, right? So after that, another thing you have to do is to arrange the field labels to be sure that everything is shown. As you can see here, we have a problem here. Some are not showing very well. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on nationality here, hold down my control key, click on the details. So you want to shift it to the right, and I'll do the same thing on skipper name or skip name. So you want to make sure that this particular side, sorry, let me just undo that. You want to make sure that this particular label here, where is showing very well. Okay, so I need to shift nationality a little more to the right. Okay, so and you see, click on this and then hold on my control key and click on the rest, and then adjust this also, and then making sure that everything is showing. So I think we're good with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is the yacht class. Adjust the yacht class to the left just to make space for the ones that are not showing pretty well. Okay, so hull type, I'm going to adjust hull type to the left just to make space. Let me see, you want to be sure that everything is showing properly. Okay, so and I think they are. Okay, so the next one will be this, and then I'll hold my control key and then select the rest and remove my hand from the control key while I adjust or resize. Okay, so this should be fine, and then click on hull, and then of course adjust this to the left too, right? Okay, so this should be fine, and then the next one will be this. What's this one? So this one is beam. Okay, so beam, maybe I have to adjust it a little more. Let me just haul, probably I have to adjust haul a little further, and then make way for beam just a little more, and then here points, just adjust this one a bit and then move it inside a bit. Okay, so this should be fine. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, the cell area somehow is right aligned. So let me just make it center aligned. I don't think that you're going to be penalized for that. So just to make it look presentable, so I'm just going to make them center aligned, just align with the label. So something like a mystic, sorry, the yacht class, make it stay at the middle. The same thing with let me see about this. Maybe bring it in a bit, something like this. So you want to be sure that nothing is overlapping. Then I can center align it, something like that, just to make it to be at the middle. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so we are good there. So I think this one, I've done this, right? So the next thing I want to do actually is to sort the data into ascending order of yacht class. Okay, so ascending means from small to highest. Okay, So let's go sort the data. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're still in the layout view. Okay, so you want to go to report layout design and then group and sort. Want to add so which sorting level are we? So yacht class, add a sort. You want to select a yacht class here, so A on top. Okay, so I'm good with that, right? So let's go to yacht class. Where is yacht class? So yacht class here, M. Okay, so Mon Mystic comes, and then you have S comes. Okay, so that's fine. So that's ascending order, right? So let's see if there's another level of sort, and then descending order of points. Okay, descending order of points, so which means from the highest to the lowest. Okay, that's Z to A, something like that. Okay, or largest to smallest, something like that. So let's add another level of sort by clicking on that. So that should be by what? By points, right? By points. Okay, so let's see, points. So this one is second level now. So point will be from largest to smallest. So you want to change that. Okay, so that's what's going to be from largest to smallest. So it will sort the data um, from what's it called, on the yacht class. It will have it to ascending order, A on top, right? Yes, ascending order will be A on top, and then of course by point it's going to have largest to smallest. Okay, that will be descending. That will represent descending order. Okay, so we're fine with that. All right, so let me just highlight that. So we're good with the sorting. So calculates the lowest point value and places this below the point column at the end of the report. Okay, so let's calculate the lowest point value. Okay, so this is the point column. So you want to click on it. So first of all, let's close the sort. So I'm gonna close the sort. Okay, so you want to click here and then right click. You want to go to total. You want to go to mean. So mean will give you the lowest sort point value. Okay, so that done. So has a label. So let me just copy that label right there. Lowest point score. Let me copy that to the left of this value. Okay, so the left of this value. So you want to click on that value, which is 11, and then right click on it and then set caption. So you want to actually delete this and then paste in here. Okay, so you want to adjust this. So let me just adjust this to be perfect. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, has your name, center number, and candidate number on the report. Okay, so let's go have our name right there. So for me to do that, I want to go to the design view. All right, you want to go to report design here and then go to label, and then of course select, draw, and then you have, my name would be Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu Anolefo is my name, comma, NG156, that should be your center number, and then 0004, my candidate number. So I'm good with that. So I can go back to my report view and then see my report here. Okay, so let's see if there's another thing that we should add. So I think everything here done. Okay, so save and print your report. Okay, make sure that you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your report. Okay, so let's go ahead to print our report. So I'll go to file and then print. So I want to be on print preview here and then see that everything is everything is good. So my name is on the report. So you want to go to print. So let's print to PDF. I'll print to PDF. Okay, where do I save it from? On the desktop, and I will save it in my work area. So this should be print out. What is this? Let's see. This is print out 2. Okay, print out 2. Let me call it print out 2. I'll save it right there. Okay, so you can go back and check to see if your printout is there. So this is how it will look. So it looks okay. So you can always print at any time you want. Okay, so take screenshot evidence showing the database formula used to calculate the lowest point value. Place this in your evidence document. That's evidence 6. So we can go back to, let me just close the print preview, go back to design view. So you want to actually adjust here a little bit, and then let me just adjust this too, just to make space for the formula used. Want to adjust this. Okay, so I can just take a screenshot. So let me just go ahead, take a screenshot of the formula I used here. So this is the part that they say you should take a screenshot of, and then just copy it, copy that, and then have it in your evidence here. And that is it for that. Okay. All right. So everything here is done. Okay. So number 15, using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects only the records where Yacht name contains the text son. Okay. Group is blue or red. Contains a new field called new point, which is calculated at runtime to multiply points by handicap. Format this field to display as an integer. Okay. All right. So one thing you have to realize is that in most examinations, the first report will not require you to, a runtime calculation. It's always the second report that will require a runtime calculation. Okay, so I think it's becoming a more like a a standard now. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead to actually have show all the fields. Okay, so show the fields, all these fields here, with data and labels displayed in full do not group. Okay, so let's go ahead to handle this part. Okay, so all this we can do that, we can do this in the query. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to save all my changes here. I'm going to just close this. I want to go to create, I want to go to query. Okay, to do this. So of course the query will be based on the two tables, and then make sure that all fields are showing. So of course it's a tabular report. So let's have our field skipper name YOB. So let me see. There's skipper name YOB. That's the two. Sale number and yacht name. Sale number here. Yacht name over here too. And then I have make and yacht class. Make yacht class here. Group and handicap. Group here. Group here. Handicap. Point and new point. Okay, points. So have points and then new point. Okay, so the new point will be the that's the runtime calculation. So you want to make sure you click here on the field blinking. Okay, so let me just copy this new point. That will be the new field. Okay, so I'll just copy that. So the which is calculated at runtime to multiply points by handicap. Okay, so point and handicap, which fields are they? So let's see where they are. So this is point here. So and handicap, they are all in the skipper table. They are all in the skipper table. So make sure you click on this field row here. You want to go to builder here. So I'm interested in my database, which is database 6 here. So I'm going to click and then expand this. I will simply go to the table. So make sure you're on the table, right? And then go to the skipper, click on the skipper, and then that will bring out your fields. So you want to have from the question here, it multiplies points. So where's point? Okay, so point, you want to double click on point, and then add your multiplication sign, and then of course multiplies it with handicap, right? So you want to double click on handicap and that will show here. So this you're seeing here shows you the table that is coming from. Okay, so this tells you the table, and then of course points tells you the field name. Okay, so this is very fine. So you can okay that, and then that will be done for us here. So you can change the name. Make sure you change the expression 1 here, exp1. You want to paste. So I want to paste the new point that I copied. Make sure that the colon is still there. This colon shows will tell Access that a formula is coming here, right? All this that all these are formulae. Okay, so you want to run it and then see that your new point has been calculated here. So, but one thing we must bear in mind is that we should format this field to display as an integer. Okay, so let's do that now. We can actually do it in the report if you want to, but let's do it immediately in the query. So we go back and then make sure we are there. So what you're going to do is to go to property sheet up here. You want to go to format here. So let me see the question again. Format this field to display an integer. So an integer. So what we're going to do here is actually to make it to be in 0 decimal places, right? So if you make it to be in 0 decimal places, so that will make it to be integer. So let's save our changes. Okay, so sorry, let me first of all run it and see what happens. Okay, so probably I may have to save my changes first of all. So that's query 2 actually, and then see whether it's gonna apply. Okay, so it doesn't apply. So I think the first thing that we need to do, another thing we need to do is to fix it. So we'll go back to design view. You want to make sure that you're on property sheet and then go to format. You want to click here and then make sure you click on fix, and then you can run it and then see that everything is done here. So it's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's for the calculated field. Okay. So we've done this now. So the next thing we want to do is to actually select only the records where the Yacht name contains the text son. Okay, so I'm going to copy this son. So this is actually a wildcard. So watch me carefully. So you want to go to design view here, and then let's be sure of the field one more time. So Yacht name. So let's look for Yacht name. So Yacht name here. So you want to have asterisk first of all, and then you can write the son and then end it with asterisk. So the first asterisk means whatever word or whatever letter that's coming before son will be shown, and whatever the last asterisk here will tell us that after sun, any other word or letter that appears will also show in our table. All right, so we want to run that. So under let me see, is it Yacht name again? What's that? Okay, sorry. Under Yacht name, yes, under Yacht name, you want to see that every record here, it has sun everywhere, sun somewhere, sun, it can be anywhere, Asunta, so sun is here. So that is very, very correct. Okay, so that's fine. So group, so where group is what, blue or red. Okay, so let me just copy that as a keyword actually. So blue, where group is blue or red. So I want to go back to my design view. Group, am I correct? Yes, group. So under criteria, you want to write blue or red right there, and then you can run it and then see that the group, everything is either blue or red. Okay. Yeah, so that is done. Okay, so we're good with this. So the rest of it, we're going to do them in the report. Okay. All right, so we can save our changes now and then close. So remember that the report is the query is query 2, right? So we're going to base our report on the query 2. So we go to create and then report wizard. We want, okay, so query 2 is already selected here, so we can push it to the other side, and then next. Next, you don't have to do anything here. We're going to sort in the report just like we've been doing. So here is the place you need to be mindful. and then has a page orientation of landscape. Okay, so landscape is very, very important. Orientation is landscape, so make sure you choose landscape here, and ensure that you choose a tabular layout here, and then of course fit on a single page. You need to also check, make sure that this is checked, right? So fit on a single page word and print on 2 pages. So we want to make sure that this report will print only on 2 pages. So no matter what happens, it has to be printed on 2 pages. All right, so we got to control that. So includes only the text morning race results. So I'm going to just copy that as a title displayed in a larger font size at the top of the page. Okay, so let me go ahead next, so I can put the title here, morning race result, so it will appear on top of our page. That's the title I'm talking about. Okay, so we finish. So as you can see the title here, morning race result. Okay, so that's fine. So let's see if there's any adjustment we need to do on the title. This title displayed in a larger font. Okay, so let's make the title larger font, because it is easy to forget. It's always easy to forget, you know, adjusting the title. So I'm just going to let me just okay, let me just select everything here, go to format, and then increase it to something like 24. That'll be fine. So 24 is fine. If you want, you can make it 26 if you want to. So, but for me, I think I'm good with that. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is actually to adjust all the fields, making sure that all labels are visible. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to click on this. Sorry, this one is already okay. I think this is fine. This is fine already. It should be fine, right? So nothing is missing, nothing is everything is showing here. Okay, so I think this is also okay. So but let me just move it to the right a bit, something like this, and then bring this one to this point just to make it look good. So the same thing with yacht name, making sure that I move this. Okay, so everything is showing, nothing is cut off, right? Everything is showing, everything is showing here. All right, so the same thing with make. Click on make, hold down your control key, click on the details, and then remove your hand from control and then shift it to the left. Okay, so making sure that all labels are showing. Okay, so we're good with this one. Yacht class, hold down control one more time and then shift this to the left one more time, and then let's see. So everything is good here, right? Okay, so group, hold down control, move group to the left one more time, and then this part, handicap, move it also, making sure everything is showing pretty well. Points, one thing that is not showing, what in Jesus name? This one is not showing the what's it called, new point. Okay, which is our runtime calculation is almost non-existent. Okay, so we can see that now. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, so let me just adjust it a little bit. Okay, so that'll be fine here. Okay, so everything is good, all right? Okay, so let's see the next other part of the questions. Okay, so we're going to sort now. Okay, so this is settled, right? So let's just highlight this. So sort the data into ascending order of yacht name. So ascending should be from A on top, or A to Z, right? So let's see. So let's go to report layout design, and then group and sort. You want to add sort level, and our sort level will be based on yacht name, A on top. So we want to click yacht name here, and then A on top. Okay, so that's fine. So yacht name, where's yacht name here? So we have A, and then B, and then we'll have C, D, G. Okay, so we're good with that. Okay. Okay, so I can close my sorting dialog box here, so I can close it. What's next? So sorting is done. So the next one is to display your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer, so it appears in the same position on every page. Okay, so you have to be careful here. Okay, so where you want to add this your information, your name will be in the page footer, which is here, okay, not on the report footer. If you add it on the report footer, that shows at the last page, and this is not what you want. So let's close the report footer, and then you want to place it in the page footer. Okay, so you want to go to report design here, so have your label and then have your name right here. So I'm going to have my name, sorry, Ikechukwu Anolefo, and comma ng156 comma, and then have 0004 as my candidate number. Okay, so when you have it here on this particular side, it's going to appear on every page. So if I go to print preview here, as you can see, the first page is there, right? So this page 1 of 2. If I go ahead to the next page, you can see that my name is still on the next page. Okay, and then one thing you have to realize here is these are 2 pages. So if you're doing this and then you have about, I don't know, more than two pages, that means something is wrong somewhere. So as you can see, where is that? Okay, so here, print on 2 pages only. So your work has to be within 2 pages. Okay, all right. So that is done, right? So what's the next question? So save and print your report. Make sure you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your report. Okay, so of course I'll go to save, and then I'll go to print. All right, so I'll print to PDF. I'll call this, what printout is this? Let me see, printout 3. So I'm going to call it printout 3. Okay, and then I'm going to save it there. Okay, so you can go to our work area and see that printout 3 is there. Okay, so everything is right. All right, okay, good stuff. So this will actually help you when you print to PDF, so that if anything goes wrong during the examination, you should be able to get all your printout already there. Even your evidence, everything, all your printout, everything is here. Sealing, everything is there. So this is the best way to do it, just in case something goes wrong during examination. Sometimes technical issues can happen. Okay, so I think that's about it here. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then also share the video. Okay, and then leave a comment if you have anything to add to this. All right, so I will see you guys in the next one.